For Washington State, this is going to be one of the biggest games in Pullman, Washington in quite some time as they face the number 19 Wisconsin.
The Badgers will be the first non-conference Power 5 opponent to play in Pullman in 25 years.
Let's bring in Jim Rutledge, that is, from ESPN Madison Radio. Jim, good to see you again.
Hello. Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me.
So this is kind of a revenge match coming up.
Yeah, absolutely, for the Badgers. This kind of was the canary in the coal mine for the Badger program last year when they lost to Washington State. That kind of caught everyone by surprise, but then we realized it was more of an indicator of further issues within the program. A couple weeks later, Paul Chryst loses to Brett Bielema. Paul Chryst gets let go. Jim Leonard kind of keeps the season together a little bit to get them bowl eligible, but losing to Washington State was kind of the first domino to fall. And for the players that were around last year, I think it's important for them to come out and get that revenge, but also I think for Coach Fickell and his staff, good to show and come in like, hey, it's different. Not only can we go on the road and win this game, we can go win and beat a team that beat us last year.
Well, so Washington State quarterback Cameron Ward had a lot of success running and throwing the ball last week. So what can Wisconsin do to try to contain him then?
I mean, I think that they just need to play a little bit sounder defense. I mean, they got burned on one big play, but I think overall the defense was in pretty good shape. The biggest part that we don't know the answer to is how much were they holding back? Like, how much were the Badgers not blitzing? How much were they playing their traditional defense? How much were they playing in a shell? So how can they slow down the passing game? It's like anything else. Get some pressure on the quarterback, and that should hopefully force some mistakes. The offense will help, though, too, because if the offense can get up, then it can make Washington State one-dimensional. So the Badgers play complementary football. Should put them in a good spot.
And this is a huge game for Washington State. They're on ABC Network for the first time in like 25 years, and it's the last season of the Pac-12.
Yes. I mean, Washington State's ready to go. Their coach is from Wisconsin. He knows what this program is about. He knows how big of a game this is. This is an opportunity for Washington State to have a really good season. They haven't had the continued success like Wisconsin has had. So, yes, they are going to be ready to play. They're a formidable opponent. I don't think the line is very big, so I think the Badgers understand that this is a game that they can lose even if they are favored. So they need to show up. And honestly, the biggest concern I have for this game would just be the turnovers. More than anything else, as long as Tanner Mordecai doesn't turn the ball over twice, or there's, Braylon Allen or Ches Moosey fumble or something like that, I do think the Badgers are in good shape.
And I want to go back to, last year you brought up that the last year's game was kind of the impetus of our musical chairs of coaches, right? So is this like a really big test of the Fickell era? And it's the first road game too.
It is. It's a big test also. One, to see how this team can carry things on the road. How can they keep the mentality? It's a test not just to us, the fans, and what this coaching staff can do and prove to us. It's within the program. All offseason, Coach Fickell has been stressing all the new things that the Badgers are doing. They've been pushing to try to be able to finish football games and close out games like they didn't last year, especially against a team like Washington State. They've been trying to up the energy, the competition in practice. They've been bringing in new players to this team. So the buy-in that can come from the players to the coaches with a win at Washington State, I think, is immeasurable. I think this game could really catapult the season forward, because if Fickell can kind of put some proof behind what he's been selling with the players, not just to us fans, I think that'll make a huge difference.
Yeah, kickoff 6:30 our time tomorrow, and you have a big move coming. You're going to drive time.
Yes, I'll be joined by my current co-host, Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton, and we'll be going 4 to 6 on ESPN Madison. We're super excited for that. That means we are adding Brad Nortman, former Wisconsin punter. He was around during the Russell Wilson era, played in the NFL for a while. He'll be joining Kyle Wallace and Ben Brust of the Scalzo and Brust Show and Badger fame. They'll be joining ESPN Madison 2 to 4. Matt Hamilton and I will be going 4 to 6. So we're very excited about that.
Well, congratulations. It's been great talking to you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks for your insight.
All right. Thank you.